And welcome to Adventures with Flowers TV, the gardening show for busy women who are craving a quiet mind, a gorgeous garden and some time that's just for them. I'm Kendall Platt, the Mindful Gardening Coach and your host, and I am here to get you growing a garden that's set apart and available, so that you can feel calmer, more confident in your garden and more connected. Right, today is a big one. You've probably noticed that is mucking around with my connection actually. Oh gosh, this is a nightmare. Right, I'm back, I think. Today's topic is how to prep your garden for holiday. Now, this is timely for me because I'm going on holiday tomorrow, and I have been doing a few things this week to help my garden be okay while I'm away, and I thought you might like to share in that. As ever, if you've got any questions that come up during the live, they don't have to be on this topic, they can be anything about your garden, pop them in the comments and I will answer them for you. So, my first tip then is to get as many plants into the ground or into bigger containers as possible before you go away. So if, like me, you had some tomato plants still lingering in their tiny pots and had yet to go into bigger pots, get them into those bigger pots. You are not going to be able to be watering your plants because obviously you're going to be on holiday, and although I'm going to share a tip in a minute for that, you want your plants to be able to get as much water as possible. So that is going to mean getting that water from the ground if they're planted in the ground. That's obviously the best situation. But some plants, maybe you haven't got space to plant them in the ground, or you prefer to grow them in containers. So the bigger the container you can give them, the more water the plant will have access to, because there's more soil that the soil particles can hold the water. So get them in the ground in advance of you going away, get them really well watered and get them settled before you head off. The second tip then is to ask a friend to house/plant sit. So if you can, which is what we're doing, get a friend to come and house sit. So your house is secure, but also they get a little like holiday in your house in return for looking after your plants. Now, obviously, it might be that there's going to be loads of rain while you're away on holiday, which is great. I kind of banked on that fact last year, and then there was not a drop of rain, and a lot of my plants really struggled, and I actually lost a few plants. So this year I have got this prepped. So you can either have somebody, just one person to come and stay and water all your plants, or what you could do to spread the load, because chances are if you're a busy woman, your friends are also probably quite busy, maybe they've got kids on the summer holidays, then you can split this up. So say you're going for 2 weeks, you could say to one friend, oh, could you come on a Wednesday and water? So both Wednesdays, or even just one Wednesday. And then to another friend you could say, oh, could you come on the weekend on a Saturday and water? And kind of split it up so it doesn't feel too onerous for one person. Another really thing that I've sort of said to some of my friends previously is, come round, help yourself to any sort of tomatoes, cucumbers that are growing. Let the kids have a bit of a play in the garden, because someone else's toys are always so much more fun, right? And just a new space to explore. So the kids feel like they've kind of got a bit of a day out, if you will. They could even bring a little picnic and have a picnic in your garden whilst your friend is doing a bit of watering for you. The risk of relying on the weather, raining while you're away is it is just too much of a risk, really. Another thing that I make sure I do is I bring all my plants outside. So everything that usually lives in the greenhouse, so like peppers, tomatoes, just for these couple of weeks while I'm away, I've brought out of the greenhouse, and they're on the they're just outside. So if it does rain, the rain can get to them. Another thing to notice is if you've got plant pots like under a covered like entranceway or porch or whatever, bring them out into the garden so the rain can actually get into them if it does rain. If you're thinking hopefully it might rain, and then that's less onerous on my friends coming to water. So make sure you think about those things as well. The third tip then, and that I'm hopefully going to be doing today, but it's so rainy and grim, is to give your plants a really good feed before you go. Plants need a number of things to survive, right? They need sunlight, they need water, and they need a good amount of nutrients in the soil. So if they have got two of those things, and maybe the watering is a little bit lacking because, you know, certainly with like tomatoes at this time of year, they're doing a lot of growing. Ideally, if it was really, really hot, you would be wanting to water them every day. But that is quite a lot of organisation and asking of friends to come in. So what I'm going to be doing to give mine that extra boost is giving them a good feed. So there's loads of different things that you can use for this. You can use like a liquid seaweed feed. I'm actually going to be using this here, which is from Microbes, and it is a plant boost foliar feed. So it says here, promotes germination, root formation, which, you know, most of ours will be past that, flowering, plant health and fruit set. So it's basically like a really good all-rounder feed if you want to give that a go. If you want to give it a go, I have a code for them that you can get some money off, and it does also earn me a little bit of money as well. So if you're interested in that, or you just want to ask me some questions about it, then you can. There's a few different sort of planty gardening microbes things on their website, but yeah, I'm using this so far this year, and it, you know, for me it's been really, really good. It's perked my plants up when they're looking a little bit sad because I've neglected them. So they are my 3 tips. So I hope they are useful. If you are going away this summer, then make sure you kind of give them a go, try them out. I don't know if you've got any questions. Maybe people are working hard, or maybe people are, you know, trying to entertain kids on this second day of the holiday and it's all just got a bit crazy. That is fine. This will be here for you to watch back. I'm going to share with you now one thing I'm loving in my garden this week and one thing I'm not loving. And to do that, I'm going to have to go outside. I say go outside, I'm literally going to stand in the doorway here and I'm going to try and flip the camera around. There we go. Right, here we go. What am I not loving? I'm not loving the fact that I did not sweep up after Arwen and I potted some tomatoes and there's mud everywhere and now it's rained, and also the amount of weeds growing in the cracks on my patios. It's just so annoying. I feel like that's a never-ending battle, but there you go. The other thing I'm loving is this amaranthus. Look at it, it's absolutely huge. It's really loving life. It's almost like a tree. It's right up to my waist. I'm hoping I'm going to get lots of lovely... Oh, no sign of any flowers yet, but it has got a few branches coming off, so I'm hoping it will have a few little flowers that I can then dry for workshops. Incidentally, actually, while I'm talking about that, this is my workshop space here that I'm sat in. If you're wondering where the hell am I, it is my garage, but I've decked it out to be my workshop space, and I will be running some towards the end of the year. So if you're interested, if you're local to me, or you want to come and just have a bit of a day getting creative with flowers, then keep an eye on the website for that. And all that remains to be said is, obviously, for the next couple of weeks while I'm away, my diary is closed. But if you do need a helping hand with a planting plan for your garden, knowing what the hell to plant, working out why a plant is struggling, or, turning your garden from something that's a bit shit and a bit depressing into something that you feel really proud of, that you absolutely love spending time in, then once I'm back, I think the 8th of August I'm back, I will have a couple of spaces. I'm trying to think what I'm doing that week. I think I'll have 2 spaces that week for a mindful gardening hour, or for a space in Cultivate Your Wellbeing, my ongoing support programme. A mindful gardening hour is like a one-off session, so that's better for like, I've got this problem, help me. And then from then on, my availability is going to be a little bit all over the place because obviously, juggling childcare. But I think I've managed to get myself relatively sorted so I can at least offer a couple of sessions each week. So if you would like to book either of those, then you can head straight to the website, go to adventureswithflowers.com, and you can book in there. If you're watching on YouTube, then hey, maybe you've just discovered me. then please do come along, bring your questions and join us live every Monday at 10 a.m. Now, having just said that, the next couple of weeks I will not be going live because where I'm going to be, the internet is absolute shite and it will be a nightmare. So I am having a couple of week break from doing these lives, but I will be back with a bang on the, let me think about the date, 14th, I think, of August. But in the meantime, have a lovely couple of weeks. Hope the weather is not quite as drizzly, but selfishly, I do also want a little bit of rain. But yeah, if you are going away, use these tips. Let me know how you get on with them, and happy gardening. See you later. Bye.